Hey, I'm Brandon, and today we are checking out the Scorpion EXO-GT930 Transformer Helmet. Now, you might be wondering, why is this called the Transformer Helmet? Well, it's a modular helmet with an internal sun visor, but it is also a certified open face helmet, which means you can actually take this chin plate off, or the chin bar, I should say, remove that and actually slot on this little peak visor. We'll get into that in just a moment, but that's why it is called the Transformer. Pretty nifty from Scorpion here, coming in around $250. But before we get going on all that, I do want to take a second and talk about some of the finer details, right? We've got a polycarb shell, 3 shell sizes, 3 EPS liners. You're looking at extra small to small in one shell. Then we've got a medium to large in the other. And then that final shell is going to be the XL up to a 3XL, if I'm not mistaken, in that third and final shell. DOT certified and ECE certified, 4 pounds on the money in a size medium. So 4 pounds might sound like a little bit much, but when you start getting into the modular territory and all the mechanisms that are incorporated into a modular helmet, allowing this chin bar to rotate, you know, it's really not that bad in my opinion, considering this particular price point, but right at 4 pounds in a size medium. So let's talk about some of the finer details here. Right at the front, you can see you've got this active vent, so you can open and close that. It's not the easiest vent to utilize. It's a little bit tough. With a gloved hand, you can find it there, but a little bit tough to manipulate. Towards the top of the helmet, you do have another active vent right here, and then you've got some exhaust vents towards the rear that are going to create that Venturi effect that we like to speak about, pulling that airflow through the helmet, through the EPS to keep you nice and cool. I think it could have utilized maybe some additional ventilation. In my personal opinion, I think it would have helped it out, but I like the overall style and the overall shell design here. It looks pretty sporty in its overall design. 2 tabs here to open and close that. It does lock, but it's kind of hard to get locked down there. I don't know, I feel like there could have been a better system for that incorporated, but at $250, I'm not too mad about it. Fairly flat shield, it's not completely flat, but the optics look pretty good, especially considering this particular price point. Now, we've got a tab here towards the bottom of the chin bar. You just press that, and that's what allows the chin bar to rotate back. And as you can see on the inside, we do have that drop-down internal sun visor. To manipulate that, you've got a lever right here on the side. Very easy to actuate. Once you find it a few times, it just becomes muscle memory to open and close that. Very simple. And then we've got this little door here, if you will, that's designed to accommodate their EXO comm system. So if you want to grab that and incorporate that Bluetooth system into the helmet, it's set up to do that. Very easy to open and close and install that if you'd like to do so. The other thing I wanted to point out, right here is this red tab. This actually locks the chin bar in place. Now see, you can see it moving there. When I lock it, it's not going to move. It doesn't move at all. So it keeps this in that locked upright position. As I mentioned before, it's a certified open face helmet. So technically you could ride around with it like this because it locks down. Do I recommend it? Personally, I would not. If you're, riding, from stoplight to stoplight or lower city speeds and just want to increase some airflow, you do have the eye protection there with the drop-down sun visor. Certainly, you could rip around in that fashion. But at highway speeds, I would highly recommend not doing that because that wind is going to pull underneath that and it's going to get pretty uncomfortable pretty fast. However, let's unlock that. I'm going to show you how this thing transforms. Actually, let me pull this down up here. We'll get this, there's a little tab, show you that little tab, you just pull that down, and then you're gonna wanna pull straight, like towards this direction. As you do that, you can see that's gonna loosen up. I'm gonna swing over here to the other side, get this going, and since I've done this a few times off camera, it's went smoothly, but now that the camera's pointing at me, it's probably gonna go really poor, but that slides right out of place. Super simple to do that. And you can see you can actually rock it just like this, but just know this is gonna be kind of unfinished. It's designed to actually accommodate this peak visor right here. I'm gonna go ahead and slide that over. When this slots right into place, it's very simple. Just line it up. You'll hear that click, easy peasy. There it is. So you have that versatility as well. That's gonna finish it off, give it that little peak visor, and you can now wear this as an open face helmet. I think it's really sharp. I like how low the internal sun visor goes as well. This is one of the lower options we've seen within Scorpion's line, so I think they did a bang-up job in that regard as well. Let's work our way into the interior since we've got that chin bar out of the way. Very straightforward on the interior. Quick wick liner system, antimicrobial, very easy to remove. I'm just gonna wrestle it out of here, just a few snaps. and then we can take a closer look here. I also wanted to note, this is a glasses-friendly interior liner. So if you wear glasses, it does have the slots on the side that will better accommodate that. Again, very straightforward liner system. No snaps at the front of the liner system, which I personally like, so you're not going to get any intense pressure points right at the forehead. Remove that so you can see this. Very straightforward. Again, antimicrobial. You can remove that stuff, wash it up, keep everything nice and fresh. And you do have a recessed area for these speakers to accommodate that. I think they could have been a little bit deeper. You can see that it's got that large canal. I think the sizing is pretty good, but I wish that second kind of layer there was pressed down and kind of out of the way to help those speakers just be a little bit more recessed in there. But overall, I like the size because the speakers are getting a little bit larger with the Bluetooth communication systems that we're seeing on the market. The speakers are getting a little bit bigger, which of course is going to help the overall sound quality. So I do like that. I think the channels could have been a little bit better. Again, the airflow is just not quite on par with what I would like to see. I hope they'll improve that on the next iteration of this helmet. But overall, for $250, I like the versatility. You can wear this as an open face helmet. It's got the modular aspect. You've got an internal sun visor. It's got a lot going for it at $250. I think a lot of riders are going to like this additional versatility that this helmet is bringing to the table. But of course, if you have any additional questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. You can always give our customer service team a call, email them, live chat them. They're all riders. They're more than happy to get you pointed in the right direction. So don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions about this lid or any other gear you might be interested in. Thanks for hanging out with us for a bit and taking a closer look at the Scorpion EXO-GT930 Transformer Helmet. I'm Brandon. Keep it bend.